At the end of a few years, Abraham went to live in Hebron, and Sarah died there. When Isaac grew up to be a man, Abraham did not wish him to take a wife from the land of Canaan, where they served strange gods. So he sent one of his men to the land where he used to live, to bring back a wife for Isaac. And as he drew near to a large town in that land, he made his camels kneel down by a well. And it was the time of day when the women of the place went out to draw water from the well. And the man whom Abraham had sent asked God to help him, and to let him know which of them was to be Isaac's wife. And he said he would ask one of them for a drink, and if she was kind and gave him a drink, and let his camels quench their thirst, then he should know that she was the one God chose to be the wife of Abraham's son. And he raised his heart to God and said, O Lord, God of Abraham, give me good speed this day. And while he yet spoke, a fair young maid named Rebekah went down to the well and came up with the jar she had filled. And the man ran to meet her, and said to her, Let me drink, I pray thee. And she said, Drink, my lord, and held the jar in her hand so that he could drink with ease. Then she said, I will give thy camels a drink. And she went down to the well and drew for all the camels. And the man stood still, and was yet in doubt if this was the maid whom God chose to be Isaac's wife. And as soon as the camels had drunk their fill, the man took a gold ear ring and 2 bands of gold for the wrists, and gave them to Rebekah. And he said, Whose child art thou? Tell me, I pray thee. And is there room in thy sire's house for us to lodge in? The maid said that her sire's name was Bethuel, and that there was no lack of straw and food, and there was room in the house where he and his men might lodge. The man was glad when he heard this, for he knew the Lord had led him, and had brought him to the house to which he was sent. And he bowed his head and gave thanks. The next day Rebekah and her maids went with Abraham's head man, and they came to the land of Canaan. At the close of the day, Isaac went to walk in the fields, and as he raised his eyes he saw the camels on their way home, and he went out to meet them. Rebekah said to the man with whom she rode, What man is this that comes through the field to meet us? And the man told her that it was Abraham's son Isaac. Then the maid drew her veil round her so as to hide her face, and came down from the camel. And Isaac took her to his house and made her his wife. And Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac. And when he died, he was laid by the side of Sarah his wife in the tomb he had bought at Machpelah. And to this day no one has had such faith or trust in God as did Abraham.
This LibriVox recording is in the public domain.